Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Laws. I'm here to talk to you about being a positive behavior intervention strategist. Did anybody ever ask you when you were growing up, what do you want to be? And did you think about, I don't even know right now? Well, one of the things that I like to do is I like to help young people to understand how to follow their own compass and their own passion. So I use positive behavior intervention strategies to help young people focus. And I say I use focus as follow one course until success. By building your character, by helping you to know what are your strengths? What am I good at? What is it that I know I can do well? And by focusing on your goals. The next thing that I like to do is I like to help young people see what it is they can do. Because when you were young, when you were a baby, you didn't know anything about what your compass would be. But as you grew older, you had more time to reflect. And then you had to determine, okay, I know that I can be successful now. Do I want to be a teacher? Do I want to be a musician? Do I want to be a doctor? A nurse, maybe? What about a computer engineer? All of these things are right at your fingertips. But the first thing you got to know how to do is harness who you are. Top benefits of being in the PBIS environment are improved school performance. Kids love coming to school. So they're in school and they get increased attendance. You have a great environment to work in, and everybody can be productive in the classroom. The next thing I want to tell you about a little bit is how to improve your character. Remember we talked about following one course until success by building your character. When you build your character, you're not just talking about just what you think, but it's also about how you feel. What's your personality like? And as you become older, are you looking at things like being honest? Are you looking at doing the right thing? Are you considering that you might be that one person who can be a role model to somebody else? And then as you develop, remember that we are all a part of a community. So you are developing as an individual, but you become a part of a community, and you have to determine, how can I really get involved in that community? Because that's what being a positive, productive citizen in society is all about. Some of the greater outcomes, and you guys will probably be more familiar with this term right now, because when you're in college, that's all you're looking at, outcomes. Some of the greater outcomes, of course, we talked about the student outcomes as far as academic performance, but you also have better social and economic competence, emotional competence, and then reduced bullying behaviors. How many times haven't you run into somebody and you're like, if only they knew how to act better? Reduced exclusionary discipline. We're talking about kids that get suspended, kids that come to school with behavioral issues that got to be restrained. You have less and less of those, and any discipline referrals to the office as well. Improved teacher outcomes. How many teachers don't you know were like, if I had great students, I could teach more. If I had great students, we could do more than just education. I might do something more fun with them. So you get an opportunity for teachers to feel more comfortable, feel more safe, and have an ability to do more with the students. We talked about some of those academic gains, but let's talk about academically what really happens because it's well known, or statistics already show, that social and emotional skills improve, attitudes improve, behavior improves, academic performance reflected at least an 11% point gain in achievement. That speaks volumes for the fact that positive behavior intervention strategies are working in our schools. What about on the workforce? What about how it is when you act now that you're an adult and now that you're interacting with other adults day to day? And we found that positive behavior intervention strategies, when they're implemented at the school level and in our youth, it really helps us to become more well-rounded as adults so that we're more productive employees. And we're better with our social skills, even at work. There's increased morale. So we don't come to work depressed. We come to work ready to produce. And we're more engaged. We're happy to be there. We're not waiting till the end of the day to say, okay, I can't wait to get up out of here. Those are the main strides that I appreciate about what I do. And I'm passionate about the fact that everyone who has positive intervention strategies, when they're in their middle school years, in their high school years, they'll be much more successful young people, much more successful college students like you guys are, and much more productive in the workforce. Thank you.
We done. I have a question.
You have a question?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
How do you plan on, how do I say this, taking this beyond presentation? Like, do you plan on starting a club to help those college students who don't understand, like, much of your explanation, you know what I'm saying?
So I would love to do that. I would love to volunteer either at a school, like just go to a college and just give information about what it means to be a positive behavior intervention strategist. And you don't have to start off that way. You can start off just as a mentor or just as a role model for a young person. You can just go to any school. You can go to a principal and say to a principal, hey, my name is John, and I want to get involved with providing positive behavior intervention strategies in the school, but I'd like to just do one class, maybe 45 minutes or 30 minutes, 2 times a week, where I can just do something fun with the kids to help build those relationships. That's how I got started.
So,
Yeah.